Oh, all right, you guys, we're going to start anyway. We're going to start. So grab your roll. Huh? No. You're going to break the roll. He's playing with equipment again. Okay, we're going to start with just some nice breaths. We're just going to stand kind of hip width apart, maybe even a little bit wider. You want a really solid base. And we're going to start with just bringing the roll kind of right under your chest, right against the ribs. I'm just going to kind of rest my hands right on top, like I'm resting on top of the tabletop. And I'm going to feel that pressure of the roll against my rib cage. And I want it to stay flat. So I want your rib cage to stay flat beneath the roll. And as you inhale, you're going to feel the inhale come into the sides of the ribs and the back. So let's inhale. And then as you exhale, feel the rib cage dropping down. And at no time should you feel the roll push out or in. It should just stay flat. Let's inhale again. Feel the ribs open to the side. And exhale. Feel the belly having to connect. Inhale. And exhale. So one more thing to watch for here is going to be your shoulders. So as you inhale and you feel the rib cage open to the side, make sure the shoulders are not rising up into the ears. So thinking of opening the ribs to the side and the back. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. And we're just going to take that roll and roll it all the way down, just under our belly button into our low belly, kind of between the pelvic bone and the belly button. Hands again, just kind of set gently on top and in the front. And it's the same thing with the low belly as it was with the ribs. As you inhale, I don't want you to feel the roll pressing out. You're going to inhale, feel the belly lifting up and out internally. And as you exhale, you're going to feel that hardening of the low belly against the roll, but you're not going to be pushing it. Inhale again. And exhale. So still think about the rib cage. Inhale. Opening to the side, exhale, tighten that low belly. And let's just do a couple more. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And rest. We are going to take that roll. We're going to set it right down in front to start. We're just going to give ourselves a little bit of a stretch. So we're going to open those feet, a little wider stance, second position. We're going to reach that roll pretty much in front of you. So it's almost out of reach, okay? Because all we're going to do is we're going to tip the roll forward as we hinge. And we're just going to reach, we're going to look at our hands as we reach forward. Pelvis kind of reaches behind you. Then you're going to kind of drop your head between the arms. Just get that nice stretch. When you come up, lead with your belly. Pull it up as you tuck through that pelvis and round it up through the spine. Stacking that vertebra up, dropping those shoulders down. We'll do that again. And press it out. Looking at your hands until the very last moment. Dropping that head between the arms. Feeling that stretch come into the back of those legs. Exhale, scoop up that belly. Round it all the way up, dropping down to those shoulders. We have one more, and press it out. Really reach, really stretch, and pull it up. Good. You're going to place your right hand down on that roll. The left hand is going to come on top. We're going to go right back out to that same stretch, but then we're going to add a little rotation. We did something similar to this when we were doing saw last week. So we're going to press it out. We're still in our same stance. We're pressing it straight out. Our head comes down. Now, the right hand is on top. We're going to twist to the right, looking under that arm. And then we're going to lift that right arm up as we come all the way back up to standing. And we're going to follow that hand with our eyes as it reaches behind us. And then we're going to rotate back. And we're going to switch our hands. So now that left hand is going to come on top. We're going to hinge forward. We're going to look under the left arm. We're going to reach that left arm up. We're going to lift it up to the ceiling as we come all the way up, following it through with our eyes to behind us. And then bring it back to center. Let's just do that one more time on each side. Right hand on top, press forward. Look under the right. Reach that arm up, lift, look behind, rotate back, left hand on top, press out, look under the left, lift, all the way up, look behind, and rotate back to center, and bring it back in. And we are just going to add in our balance, since we are going to be doing our balance work. All right, I'm going to take it off my mat, because like we've said before, mat can make things a little bit more challenging, right? So we're just going to hold the roll in front, comfortable position. And, you know, I'm not going to have you hold it all the way out in front. I'm going to have you bend the elbows and kind of let your shoulders relax a little bit. So legs are fairly close together. We're just going to start with a little march. So we're going to pop off of one foot as we lift that knee, kind of tap the roll. We're going to lower it back down. A little shift in the weight, right? And then come back up and up and up. Just one more on each side. Just kind of getting the feel of what I'm gonna be asking of you. All right, coming back down. We're gonna take that right leg. We're gonna lift it up, and we're just gonna hold here. So we're gonna feel those shoulders drop down. We're gonna keep that leg lifted as we reach that roll out in front. And then we're gonna exhale as we lift it up. Inhale, lower it down. Bring it back in. One more time with that. And out. Up. And down. And back in. And lower that leg down. So let's just do that on the other side. So find your balance, relax your body, and lift that left leg up. Ooh, my bad leg. And reach that roll out. Lift it up. And lower it down. And in one more time. And out. And up. And down. And in. And lower that down. So we're going to do one more thing on each side. So we're going to take that right leg. We're going to lift it back up again. We're going to hold. All right. So all we're going to do is we're going to open that leg out. And we're going to bring it back. And open it up. And bring it back one more. And open it up. And bring it back. Hold. Bring that roll out in front. Open that leg, but twist slightly in the opposite direction. And back. And open. And back. One more. We always talk about that, right? Talking and balancing at the same time never works. Okay, so other leg. Lift that leg up. Oh, keep those arms in first. Lift that leg up. Find that balance. And now I go on to my bad leg. Oh my goodness. All right, so we're just going to open and close. And open and close. Open, close. We're adding in. And pull that belly in. Woo. And down. Those seem like they should be so easy, but they're not. Okay. All right, you guys. So we're gonna put this down on the floor in that long position. Good. And then we are just gonna lay down. So we're gonna sit on that one side, and then we're gonna roll ourselves all the way down, resting our head, resting our pelvis. And we're just gonna start here with a nice little kind of releasing of the spine. So we're just gonna roll off our spine to one side, just gentle. And then we're gonna bring it back and roll off our spine to the other. And again, just from side to side, just really kind of loosening up those muscles on the side. And this time as we roll off the roll, kind of push yourself and really reach, kind of almost like you're bending through the side to really press that opposite side off the roll, and then come back up on top of that spine. Let's do that on the other side. Looking, reaching, and back. Let's just do that one more time, each side. And coming back and pausing. So make sure your legs are in kind of a little bit wider stance. That helps with our balance and our stability. Arms are going to come up to the ceiling. So palms are going to face together. And all we're going to do is we're going to inhale as we let those arms open out. And we're going to feel that little stretch come into the front of our shoulders. So if you can get your hands all the way to the floor, that would be preferable. Otherwise, just take them to where you can. Reach out through the fingertips as you lift those arms back up. So let's think about our breath, inhaling, and seeing if we can open the ribs to the side. Exhale, harden that low belly as we lift those arms back up to the ceiling. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. So let's open those arms out. And now let them kind of rest on the floor. And if you need to bring them down closer to your hips to let them rest on the floor, that's what I want you to do. Because I want the backs of those hands on the floor. And then keeping them there, we're just going to sweep upward over the head as far as you can without letting those hands lift from the floor, and then sweep them back down. Just making like a little snow angel, right? And sweep them up. Feel that stretch, and then bring them in. So elbows are lifted. The only thing touching the floor is the back of my hand as I sweep up. Feel that stretch and sweep down. Let's do two. And sweep up. And down. One more. We're going to hold the up. So we're going to sweep it up, hold. Now, just bend the elbows and reach them towards your waist without letting the backs of the hands lift off the floor. You're not going to be able to go very far. So I can only go, maybe 6 to 8 inches. And then I'm going to reach out through my hands again to straighten those arms and bring them back up behind me. And bend those elbows. Pull them down and in towards the waist until you feel that nice stretch through the front of the shoulder. And then reach those arms out and sweep them up again. This is small. And bend, pull in. Reach out and sweep up. 2 more. Bend, pull in. Reach out, sweep up. Last one. Bend, pull in. Reach out, sweep up. Now sweep them all the way down and bring those hands back up to the ceiling. So from here, all we're going to do is we're going to open that right hand. And then we're going to lift it back up to the ceiling. We're going to open the left. Keep your eyes up to the ceiling. Go to the right. And left. Now, add your eyes along with it and your head. So you're going to turn your head in that same direction. And then you're going to bring it back up to center. And you're going to turn your head as you open that arm and bring it back up to center. And up. And up. Now, turn your head in the opposite direction. Right arm opens, my head turns to the left. Everything comes back to center. And left arm opens, my head turns to the right. And back up to center. And open and turn. And up, one more. Open and turn. And up. And pause. We're going to bring those arms all the way down by your side. Shimmy those feet a little closer together. And we're going to lift one leg into tabletop. Find some pressure through the fingertips of the arms. Lift that other leg up and hold here. Okay. So from here, we're going to keep that low belly flat as we can. And we're just going to go into a little march. We're going to dip our toe down to the floor. Just a little tap on the floor as we lift that leg back up. And I like to think of dipping my toe in a pool of water and then pulling it out without making any ripples. All right, so it's not a hard tap is what I'm trying to tell you. It's a very light little touch, keeping that low belly firmly engaged. If you go too heavy on the floor with your foot, the abs are going to let go. And up. One more each side. Last one. Let's lower one leg down. Lower the other leg down. And pause. We're going to keep our left foot on the floor. We're going to take our hands out and go to 2 fingers only on the floor. All right, so the rest of the arm is lifted, 2 fingers on the floor. Right leg is going to lift. We're going to take that leg and let it open to the side. Exhale, and bring it back up to center. And open. And exhale. Open. 2 more. Last one. And we're going to set that foot down. We're going to lift that left leg up. We're going to go right into that left. Inhale. Exhale. So try to stay balanced on that roll. And you'll feel some pressure through your arms, your fingertips, I should say, that are helping to maintain the balance. 2 more. Last one. And let's set that leg down. We're going to lift, we're going to stay on our 2 fingers. So stay on your 2 fingers. We're going to lift one leg up and then the other. So we're going to go right back to that same thing, but we're going to alternate the opening of the leg. We're going to inhale as one leg opens. Exhale, pull it up, other side. Inhale. Make sure you're letting the foot come with the opening of the leg, that you're not keeping your feet together. I see that a lot where people want to keep the foot together and just open the knee. It's the whole leg that's opening. So let's just do 1 more each side, or do what you have to make yourself even. And then we're going to lower one leg down. We're going to glue those legs together. So bring them all the way together. We're still on our fingertips. You can go down to all fingertips if you want. You can stay with 2. It doesn't, at this point, I just want you to find what's comfortable for you. And we're going to come up to our tippy toes. We're squeezing those inner legs together. And as you exhale, we're going to scoop our belly and lift those legs up. Slowly lower them down. Just that little tap to the floor. Exhale. So it's that same thing we were doing on the march. I don't want the belly to let go. Let's do 3. 2. And last one. And lower one leg down, lower the other. Good. All right, so we are going to a position today that's probably new for most of you. Your head can stay supported that whole time you're here. If it bothers the neck, just put yourself back on the roll, okay? So we're going to kind of come up a little bit, and you're going to shimmy yourself back about halfway so that when I lie back down, my mid-back is going to be right on the edge of that roll, and I'm going to take my hands behind my head. Okay, so I'm supporting my head here, but if I were to allow myself to lean over, it would be a pretty comfortable position through the back. Right, so find that place where this can be a comfortable position. So I want your upper body, your chest, your shoulders off the roll and slightly towards the floor. Legs are open. You're going to tuck the chin, and you're going to exhale and lift with that chest as you look through the legs. Inhale. Lower down and come past the roll if you can. Tuck the chin and lift. Inhale. Tuck that chin every time before we lift with the chest. All right. We're going to do something that Patty and I really don't do a lot of.
Oh, no.
We're going to curl up.
Oh, no.
And we're going to hold. So if you need your support, keep your hands behind your head. If you're good with it, take those hands along the side, reach them towards your feet. We're going to do 100 count. Well, we're only going to do 50. So pump those arms and inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. And inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Hold your lift. Arms come up and behind the head. Lower back down. Stretch that out. And rest. All right. So we're going to curl back up again. You're going to take those hands. If you need to keep one hand behind the head, that's fine. Otherwise, the right hand is going to come down into the floor. We're going to lift that right leg. So the same hand that's on the floor is the leg that's lifted. If you can let go of the head, you're going to let go. If not, you're just going to keep your hand there. We're going to pump that left arm just like your 100 count. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And exhale. Last 2 breaths. Extend that leg out. And inhale. And 1 more breath. Hold. Arm comes behind. Lower that leg. Reach that other hand behind the head. Give yourself that little stretch. We just have 1 more side to go. Curl up. Left hand comes to the floor. Left leg comes up. All right, if you can let go of the head, let go. And pump the arm and breathe. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Extend the leg. One more breath. And hand comes behind, leg bends in, other arm comes behind. Stretch that out. And pause here. Good. And release. All right. We are going to slowly roll off of that roll. And we're going to take that roll to down all the way towards our feet. And we're going to sit up nice and tall. Really create that nice long spine. Okay? And if you can, let go, bring those arms out. And we're just going to do that nice little curl down. We're going to stay there once we get there. And we're going to bring those feet right to that roll. And you know what's coming next. So we're going to start with just a little tip of our pelvis, an imprint. So as we exhale, we're going to pull that low belly in and feel that low back press into the mat. The tailbone comes up just an inch or 2 off the floor. And then we just let it roll back down in its kind of natural position. And exhale, we're going to do that again. Pull that belly in, pick up that tailbone, and roll it down. As we pick the tailbone up, we're putting pressure down through the feet. And on this next one, we're going to go ahead and lift to our bridge. So as we press into that low back with the mat, we're going to then peel that spine off the mat, coming into the bridge. The higher we lift the pelvis here, the more of the back of the leg you're going to feel. And start at your shoulders and release. Try to keep that roll in towards your glutes. Try not to push it away as you roll down. Bring your pelvis back into your natural or your neutral position. And exhale, scoop that belly, roll back through the spine, roll it up into your bridge, hold at the top, take an inhale. Exhale, roll it down. Think of elongating your spine on the way down. Keeping that roll in towards your glutes, try not to push it away. One more, and up. Deep breath in, exhale, and curl down. And pause here. So we're going to come back up again. We're going to stay in our little bridge. So let's curl it up. We're going to stay in our bridge, and we're just going to kind of play with that roll. We're going to kind of bring it to our toes. Take it back out to our heels. Bring it to our toes. Out to the heels. Keep the pelvis up. Take it back out to the arches and curl down. Roll that roll away. Arms come to the ceiling. We're going to do a curl up. If you need your hands on the floor for this, please feel free. Exhale, follow the eye or follow the hands with your eyes. Curl up. Reach towards those toes. Now stay in your curled position and just curl it right back down. Arms come up. We're going to do that again. And follow through with your head and your eyes. Scoop up that belly. Reach towards those toes. Keep your rounded scoop. Curl back. One more time. And up. Reach. Curl back. And bring those arms alongside. Roll that roll back underneath so that your feet are on top. Take your feet wider, a little external. So same kind of bridging we did. We're just in our wide stance external position. We're going to scoop up that belly. We're going to curl up to our bridge. And now when we get to the top, we're going to feel more of this in the glute. Deep breath in, exhale, slowly curl down. All the way through. And again, scoop up the belly, peel off the spine, deep breath in, exhale, release the spine. Articulate through every vertebra. One more time, and up. And down. All right, so we're just going to come up that one more time. We're going to stay in our bridge. And we're just going to play with that roll. Out to those heels, back to the toes. Out and back. Keep that pelvis up. Pull it back. Find those arches. Hold. Curl down. Relax the pelvis. Send that roll away. Stay in your wide open stance here. We're going to go back to our curl ups. Arms up. And exhale, tuck that chin. Follow those hands with those eyes. Reach towards those toes. Arms are open. Curl it back. Arms up. And again. Reach. And down. And we have one more. Hold here. Grab onto the ankles or the feet or the toes, whatever feels comfortable for you. And we're just going to stretch. And then we're going to come back. We're going to curl down one last time. We're going to stay there. So sit up tall, scoop out that belly, curl it back. We're going to roll that roll all the way up, and we're going to place it under our pelvis. And we are going to bring those legs into tabletop. And once you find this position of tabletop on the roll, it should feel comfortable. So if it's in the low back, it's not going to feel comfortable. If it's on the tailbone, it's not going to feel comfortable. It needs to be between those 2 points. We're going to take that right leg up to the ceiling, and we're just going to allow the left leg to reach out as we stretch our hamstring on the right. So we're just going to pull that leg in, feel that nice stretch through the hamstring. And then we're going to bend both those legs back to tabletop. Left leg is going to extend up as the right leg reaches out, and then we can take that left leg and pull it in. And then we're going to come back. Let's do that one more time on each side. Reach up, out, and bend back. Reach out and up, and bend back. And pause. We're going to take our left foot, toes only, to the floor. Okay, so toes only on the floor. Right leg is going to extend to the ceiling. Okay, these are circles. They're slow and they're big. Our pelvis is going to stay centered on that roll, so I don't want to see you, or you don't want to feel. Let me tell you that because I can't see you. You don't want to feel yourself tip from side to side. So hands can stay on the side of the roll. We're going to open that leg out. We're going to sweep it around and down, and then we're going to lift it right back up. So as we're doing this nice, slow, big circle, you want to feel that your shoulder blades are down, that as you're reaching the leg around, your rib cage is staying closed, so use your breath for that. Open. Up, 2 more. Up, 1 more. Reverse it. Down first. Open out. Circle it up and to the center. Just nice, big, and slow. I know it's really easy to go fast, right? You can sweep it around and it's like, oh, this is easy. Go slow. Feel the abs. 1 more. Up, and we're switching. So toes of the right on the floor, left leg is up. And we're just going to open that leg out and sweep it around and up. Feel the stretching as well as the work that you have to do to maintain the position of the body. So really keep that rib cage closed. Keep that belly as flat as you can as that leg circles around. And what you really should be thinking about too is this leg that's on the floor, it shouldn't be opening and closing. 1 more. Right? It's staying perfectly stable. Up, let's reverse it. Down, open out, and up. Just a couple more. 1 more time. And we're going to land with that leg up. And we're going to let the other leg come up and greet it. So both legs are up. We're going to start with this lovely little hip tip, straight leg. So legs are glued together. Make them 1 leg. Movement now comes from the pelvis. I'm going to tip to the left, and my right hip is going to come off. And I'm going to tip all the way over towards my glute med on the left. I'm going to pull my legs together, pull in on my belly to lift, then right back up to center. And again, I'm holding onto the side of my roll. We're going to tip to the right, lifting off the left, and exhale, and lift, and inhale, and exhale. One more on the other side. Come up. So just adjust that roll if you need to. I'm going to pull mine up just a little bit because it's starting to creep down on me. And we're going to go into those hip tips again, but we're going to add in a circle, kind of like what we just did with single leg, but we're going to do both legs. So we're going to tip to that left. And now I'm going to exhale as I circle those legs down, tipping over to the right to lift them back up and back to center. We're going to reverse that. So we're going to tip to the right. Exhale. And left. Don't make this too fast. And right. And we just have one more to go. And if you need to adjust your roll in between, go ahead and adjust. I know, it starts to creep away after a while. And come up, bend those knees, let yourself stretch those knees in. You can give them a big hug. Stretching through that back. And if you've been joining me the last couple of weeks, we've been working on short spine rollovers. So we're going to be doing that again today. So we're going to do that up on the roll. Again, anytime our pelvis is lifted, it actually is an assisted rollover. Okay, so it's not as bad as actually doing it on the floor. It's easier. And what I like about it is you can really concentrate on the control of the abdominals on the way down because you don't have as far to go. So you don't have to be too scared about that. All right, so we're going to just reach those legs out. We're going to feel our belly connect. We're going to, from this place, drop our toes to the floor. Sweep them in as we bring the knees into the chest. You can have your hands on top as we reach them now behind, pressing down slightly through the roll. Bring those legs behind you to that nice stretch. Now, lift them up as high as you can without losing it. And then slowly roll it down. And try to control that roll down all the way to the roll. Sweep those legs down. Bend the knees as you slide the feet in. And lift those legs up and reach them behind. Reach, nice big stretch, lift, curl down, sweep, in, bend, lift, nice stretch, up, roll it down. One more. Up. And nice roll down. And relax. Hug those knees into chest. And release. And then we are going to set one foot down. Other foot down, slide that roll gently out from underneath you. And then we are going to curl up. And just to where you're good, where you're comfortable. You're just going to stay there. Okay, we are going to do a little glute work in our mermaid position, but we're going to also stretch. So that's what's really nice about this one. So we're going to come into our mermaid. And we're going to start here with just that nice little stretch. So don't worry so much if you're sitting super flat on those sit bones. I know not everyone can do that. So if the leg that is bent kind of behind you, if that sit bone is not flat on the floor, it's fine. Don't worry about it, okay? If this is just too uncomfortable of a position, you can go here to do your stretch, right? Or cross-legged position is fine too. So from this position, we're going to bring that other arm out. We're just going to roll the roll away as we come into this nice stretch. And then when we come back up, we're lifting up, kind of reaching towards the ceiling. We're going to do that again. And up. One more time. And over. And up. And now you're going to rotate so that your hands are towards the roll, but you're going to bring the roll all the way into your body. And you're going to take your hands on the other side of the roll, and you're going to come down to your forearms. So from here, my leg behind me is the one I'm going to concentrate on. I'm reaching this knee out of my hips. So I'm creating this space at my hip flexor. And I'm going to look at the floor, and I'm going to lift that leg up. So find that place for you. And from this place, we're going to lower and tap that knee down to the floor and then lift it right back up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In and up. In and up. Now make sure your foot is flexed and go into the same thing. Up and down. And I know it feels like you can't go very far. That's okay. All right, we're going to lift it up and hold. So you want to find that place where you can feel this kind of glute med, side of the glute area. And we're going to bend, or we're going to reach that knee forward towards the roll. Keep your foot flexed, and then press it back. So again, we're kind of doing this slow and small, or slow and big today. You want to feel the glute squeeze behind you. I don't want you arching your back as you reach the leg back. I just want you to engage your glute. Let's do 3, 2, 1. Now bring it forward. Now little squares. We're going to lift the leg up, press it back, lower it down, bring it forward. So we're trying to lift it up high and keep it high as we press it back. Down and forward. 2 more. Up. And up. And forward. Reverse that. Press back. And when you're back here is where I want you to try to lift. Keep it lifted as you bring it forward. Down, back. Lift. Down, back. Lift. 1 more. And all the way down. So we're in this nice kind of both legs together, bent position. All you're going to do is come back up. You're going to turn onto your 4-point kneel with your hands on the roll. We're going to roll that roll away, and we're going to go into a little plank position. So I'm going to send one leg out. I'm going to push my chest up from that roll, and I'm going to lift myself into my plank position. Okay. From here, I'm going to scoop up my belly, tuck my head, just scoop. And then I'm going to come right back into my plank, lifting my chest out of that roll. Again. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more. Down. Lower one knee down, bring the other leg in, and then we are going to turn and do our glute work on the other side. I'm going to turn around. So we'll start in our mermaid. I'm going to start with that little stretch. Arm out. And then roll and stretch over and lift up. Really lift. Reach for the ceiling with that finger, those fingertips, and that arm. Lift. And 1 more. And over. bring that all the way. We're going to bring both our hands, remember, to the roll where we're kind of facing the roll now. We roll it in, and then we come with our forearms over the roll. And we just find that position that's kind of comfortable for us. So I want that knee reaching out of the hip, creating that really super long space in your hip flexor. And then from here, we're just going to start with that little lift up and down and up and down. So I'm not worried so much about my flexed foot. I'm worried more just about lifting from that glute. It's not big. Try to keep reaching out through the knee as you lift. Out through the knee as you lift. Let's do 2 and 1. Now think about your flexed foot. So flex that foot and continue with the movement. Still reaching through the knee. As you're lifting up, do 3, 2, 1. We're going to lift up high. We're going to bend that knee in towards the roll, and then we're going to send it back behind us. In and back. Try not to hang into your shoulders here. And back, we have 2 more. Nice and big and slow, right? This is not fast. We're gonna bring it forward. Let's drop it down to start. So we're gonna lift that leg up, nice and high. Try to keep it high as you reach it behind you. Then lower it down and slide it forward. And up. Back, down and forward. Up, back, down and forward. One more time. Up, back, down and forward. We're going to reverse that. Keep it low as you press it back. Now lift it up and bring it forward. Down, back, up, and again, up. One more time. Up, and both legs come together. We're going to come back into our 4-point. So 4-point kneel position. Last little plank thing here. If you don't feel comfortable doing this on the roll, you don't have to. You can do this on the floor. So I'm just going to step one leg back, pull up on my belly, step that other leg back. This time, as I scoop, just like we did before, I'm going to pull one knee in. Press it out with a leg through the leg. Again, pull it in. Press it out. One more. Press it out, hold, drop that leg down. Let's go to the other side. And scoop, and lift. Scoop, and lift. Last one. And lift, down, one knee down, other. Come into a nice open knee position, go into your child's pose stretch. And roll yourself up. We're going to finish off class with just a little stretch forward. So we're going to bring that roll right on top of those legs as those legs go out in front. And we're just going to roll that roll forward towards our feet, rounding through the spine, stretching that roll all the way to those toes if you can. Roll it all the way back. We're going to open those legs, put that roll between, and we're going to do that same thing and roll it forward. And just like we did in the beginning of class, well, not yet, roll it forward. And then roll it back. All right, so just like we did with the roll standing in the beginning of class, I'm going to put my right hand down, my left hand is going to come on top. I'm going to press that roll straight forward. I'm going to look under my left armpit, and then I'm going to lift that left arm as I come back up, looking behind me, and then rotate back. And now I'm going to put my right or my left hand down, my right hand on top. I'm going to look forward or press forward. I'm going to look under my right arm, lifting that right arm. I'm going to lift, look behind me, rotate back to center, and we're just going to go to center only for one last stretch. So press it out. Reach it out there. Pull back on that belly. Roll it all the way back. And we're done. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Bye. Very